Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Hamza with Trading Secrets. Guys, a very happy Thursday to you all. I hope you guys are doing wonderful. Guys, today I want to talk to you about my story, I how I became a millionaire from $500. And it's not I didn't gamble. I didn't go to Vegas. I didn't make it it was not like easy money, but I know if I can do it, so can you guys. So stay tuned, guys. So I moved to the U.S. 2008, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. I had finished high school, and I moved to the U.S. From Pakistan, and I grew up in Pakistan. So I was almost 21 years old, right? So. Um, I went there and I had this idea about the U.S. that hey, it's the U.S. You can go there and it's a land of opportunities and you're gonna make a lot of money and all that. And guess what, guys? I get to the U.S. and the place where I was gonna work got shut down. And I had to study. I was studying. I had multiple jobs. I was just doing some odd jobs, whatever I could find here and there, like on campus or whatever. And I'm thinking, hey, what the heck? What kind of like, what did I come to the wrong place or what? Like, is this the U.S.? Because my friends who were there, they told me it's very, you got a lot of opportunities. You can just go. It's easy to find a job and everything. Guys, I'm telling you, the first three places I worked at, they all went out of business because this is 2008, guys. This is when the Lehman Brothers thing happened and the market crash, right? Gas used to be, gosh, $5.50 a gallon, right? And I remember people had parked their cars and they would just ride public transport. It was terrible. So it was very hard. Houses were down, like real estate was down. People lost their houses, like people who bought at the top, right? Because that was the property, the property values were going insane. People who bought at the top, they were just underwater. They couldn't, they lost their jobs, they lost their down payments, they lost their houses, they lost their credit history. I knew a lot of people personally who just lost everything, guys. It wasn't pretty. It just wasn't pretty, but. To put things in perspective, a house that was worth like $1 million, it came down to like 200,000, 250,000. It came down to like 20 or 25%. Guys, I know you've seen stocks crashing 70, 80%, but I have seen property like real estate crashing 70 to 80%, and this is we're talking California, guys. We're talking California. I know people like doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs losing everything. And then it kept going down 2008, 2009, 2010, and then but guys, we'll talk this in another video. So anyway, I was going to school, and then I was just not able to get a job, guys. So one day I was sitting, and this is a couple years after I moved, because I was tired, man. I was tired working at KFC, gas stations, working two double shifts, whatever. So I went on Craigslist, and I just thought, hey, I got to do something. So I just bought a couple of iPhones. I bought a couple iPhones, and they cost me like $510, right? So it's $510 each. And I thought, hey, I'm gonna sell it at whatever profit I can. So I got those. I went to the guy. The phones looked good. That was my rent money. The rent was due in a couple weeks. So I thought, all right, I'll take a risk. So that's me taking a risk. I'm using my rent money to buy those iPhones. And then I got the iPhones. I listed them back for $600, right? I was living in Southern California. I was living in Asian neighborhood, right? So I know a lot of Asian people. They ship these phones to Asia, right? So I just posted in like instantly. In a couple hours, I got an offer for $550. So these guys said, "Hey, we're gonna give you $550 for this." and I'm thinking, okay, this is $40 per font, and that's $80. So basically, minimum wage was $8 at that time, and then minimum wage $8. So that's the money. That's more than what I was making in an 8 hour shift, right? So in an 8 hour shift, I'm making around $55 to $60, right? Around $64 at minimum wage minus taxes, whatever. So this was more than I would make in a whole day's work, and I made this in a couple hours. So I mean, I thought, I told the guy, hey, I'll let you know, and then there were, I waited a few hours. I was talking to a couple of other people. I didn't get a higher offer. Boom! I wasn't greedy, guys. I wasn't greedy. I sold them. I took the win. I took the $80, and I know, sometimes in the stock market, similar things happen, right? When we just want to greed for more. We just want more and more. So from there, I was like, hey, I can do this. I got this feeling. I got this confidence that, hey, I can do it. So from there, the two fonts, I bought more. I got there, I know that, okay, because the guy who came to buy, he's like, I can buy them all day long because I buy them and I just ship them to China. I buy them from everywhere. I buy from Apple, I buy them from whatever. So I just got to it, right? I would buy one font, two fonts, three fonts, whatever I could, right? And then I just started the capital. And then in a couple of weeks, I was able to get the rent money out, and I was able to have enough money still to get the thing going, right? And then some people, I started getting to know them, so they would actually give me the funds, and they would say, all right, man, that's fine, you're cool, just pay us next time, just pay us tomorrow. So I would just go sell the fonts. Sometimes I would even, I would get the fonts, I would sell them, and then I'll pay the guys, right? So I would broker the deals. From there on, guys, it just kept growing. I just kept growing. I had this vision that I'm going to grow, guys. This is very important. You need to have a vision, right? If you don't have a vision, they say not failure, but low aim is a crime. I had a higher aim, right? So I started, eventually I got a small office. I hired some guys who would do these ads for me. They would find more people with similar, who had some merchandise. And I mean, obviously not just fonts, I moved on into other stuff, right? And I would just keep buying. I would just, wherever I could make a little bit of margin, I would buy it and I would flip it. And then I just used that money. And then into 2015, I launched my first brand. And the brand is still there. It's a car accessories. We're into car accessories. That's for another time though. So I just went there, and then from there on, I launched that brand. I had another startup that I did, which was focusing more on consumer. We were making some softwares for consumers, but I'm just gonna stick to trading because this channel is strictly about trading. So that wasn't trading stocks. Because in 2008 I wasn't doing stocks. The market had crashed. If I had the money, guys, imagine if I had the money. Those houses 6, 7, 8x. There were houses in LA. There were houses for $50,000, $60,000, right? 2, 3, 4 bedroom houses for $60,000, $70,000, and this is Southern California, right? And those houses in the next 6, 7 years, they went from 6, 5 to 7, 5 to 8x. Now maybe even more. So yeah, guys, that's how I started my trading journey, and then I eventually got into some real estate, right? I flipped some real estate. I still consider that part of trading because I traded them. I didn't invest, I traded them. There's a difference between investing and trading. When you're trading, you're still investing, but you're just trading. You're buying something, you're selling it for more. Just like I bought those 2 iPhones, I sold them. Right? I sold them at a profit. I didn't hold them, I didn't even hold them. I just flipped them. So it's like, in stock market, it's like day trading. You buy something, it goes up, boom, you sell it. You're not, it's in and out. That's what I did. That's what I was doing. But I was doing that with like actual merchandise. It was phones, it was whatever I could make a couple of bucks on, I would buy it, I would flip it. And then eventually I started with higher, larger quantities, if I have 10,000 pieces of something, I'm making 10 cents. That's $1,000, right? And that's how I got started. And then obviously I made some smart investments. I made some better trading deals. And when you're there in the market, guys, that's why they say timing the market, it's never possible. So time in the market is always better than timing the market. And I was in the market since 2010 when I started this thing, and I was in the market, so I got lucky many times. I mean, that's why they say you gotta stay in the market to get lucky. So yeah, that was my journey as it pertains to stocks. Trading, not stocks. Stocks that'll be for another time, right? But this channel is about trading, and I think this was something I wanted to share with my viewers, so you guys get to know my journey and how I became an overnight success, right? It's not, it's people are gonna see the success and everything, but they're not gonna see the struggle. And guys, you gotta embrace the journey. I still miss those days. I'm glad, I'm thankful to God for where I'm at right now, but I still remember those days, right? And in a way, those are the days that made me who I am today, right? So you gotta embrace the journey, right? You gotta be able to just learn from the journey, and then it's the journey that's gonna make you what you are. You can't just become a person, and you can't just say, hey, I wish I did that at that time. No, it's not possible, because you were not that person at that time that you are today. And you learned a lot through that process, right? You took a lot of hits, you took a lot of losses, and along the journey you learned a lot, right? So I cherish those days. I still cherish those days, because those are the days that made me what I am today. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. I will be back very soon with a new video. I don't know, maybe it'll be on crypto or stocks or any other trading video or any other market insights. But yeah, hey, if you want me to focus on a specific topic, anything, it can be anything. I promise I will try my best to get to it, even if it's not my expertise, or I'm not, I will still try to do the research and try to make a video on that. Let me know in the comments below. And again, guys, like the channel, like my videos. If you like it, subscribe to the channel and just share it with other people. So that's all, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.